234.
Alright, we'll be departing from runway 29 right, climb to 1,000 feet, level off, and then keep climbing up to 25 into the training area. Looks like there's a bit of cloud, so we'll need to make sure we have enough vertical separation. Below 3,000 feet, we just need to be clear of clouds. And then for our takeoff safety brief, if we have an engine failure and we're below 1,000 feet, pick a field 30 degrees to the left or right of the nose. Warwick Farm could be a good option off to our left. Trim for best glide, which is 88 knots, and land in the field. If we're above 1,000 feet, we do have the option of turning back towards the field. Make our mayday call. Obviously, we'll be having to land in the opposite direction with the strong tailwind, so that might not be ideal, and we might want to just look for our best field in that case as well, but we'll assess if that's to occur. Alright, just run through final set of the checklist. Park brake released. And may as well get some Camden frequencies going as well. On our COM2. So we got ATIS on 1251 and tower at 1201. Alright.
Thanks, Grand. Good day, Cherokee India. Papa Oscar's on offer request taxi to parking via Lima.
Yeah, Papa Oscar, Grand. Good day, taxi to parking.
Taxi parking, good day, India. Papa Oscar.
Just keeping in mind that strong crosswind, occasionally up to 20 knots, but hopefully shouldn't be more than 16 knots. See this person landing here. Okay, not too bad. Main thing to know is if it's not stable, we'll go around. And also keeping in mind that crosswind technique, so aileron into wind, so it'll be left aileron, right rudder. And then just before we're landing, make sure we're not skidding and ruining the tires. We'll want to straighten up with the rudder.
Eastern ground, Victor Bravo on Alpha, taxi to Scotland.
Victor Bravo, Grand. Taxi to parking.
Victor Bravo.
Brixton ground, Sirius, Bravo, 0 Yankee Hotel, received echo, request star, 4 seconds.
Thanks, Grand. Helicopter Tango Whiskey 4, is it Juliet? Request taxi.
Thanks down Tower, Lima Zulu, Quebec at Alpha 8. Ready for upwind departure from runway 29 right.
Lima Zulu, Quebec. Tower, hold position.
Hold position, Lima Zulu, Quebec.
Zulu X-ray, Yankee runway right, clear for takeoff.
We'll take off runway right, Zulu X-ray Yankee. Foxtrot Kilo India is turning downwind runway 29 right.
Foxtrot Kilo, India cleared visual approach, runway right.
Clear visual approach, runway right. Foxtrot Kilo India.
Lima Zulu, Quebec, line up, runway right.
Line up runway right, Lima Zulu, Quebec.
Lima Zulu Quebec, runway right, clear for takeoff.
Runway right, clear for takeoff, Lima Zulu Quebec. That's full power, 100%. Right rudder is in. Airspeed's alive. We'll be rotating at 65 knots.
Main altitude, 0 miles. Traffic, 12 o'clock.
And we want 72 knots best rate of climb.
Traffic, 12 o'clock.
Foxtrot Kilo India, runway right, clear to land.
Runway right, clear to land. Foxtrot Kilo India. Thanks, Tower helicopter, Tango Whiskey 4 is making sure the main piper choppers west departure. Ready.
Flaps up.
Tango Whiskey 4 bank down tower, depart choppers west, main pad clear for takeoff.
Knots for best climb view.
Tango
Remembering
Whiskey 4,
we'll level off
choppers
at
west, main pad
1,000
clear for
feet.
takeoff.
Choppers west, main pad clear for takeoff, Tango Whiskey 4.
Is 1,000 feet, so level off. And max continuous power. Also bring it back down to cruise power.
All stations, tower information, Foxtrot, our current changes, wind 240 degrees, minimum 10 knots, maximum 26 knots, maximum crosswind 22 knots, temperature 20.
There's the increasing crosswind, max 22 knots, which is pretty strong. So just keeping in mind that
Okay, November Juliet, runway
we're going to need that crosswind technique. We'll get some practice at Camden. And always can go around if not feeling safe.
Alpha Golf Golf,
Here's the railway line, so
Backtrack and line up runway center, Alpha Golf.
climb up to 2.5 this time. And we want 88 knots, best rate of climb.
Alpha Golf Golf, just confirm, was it choppers west?
Choppers west, Alpha Golf Golf.
Alpha Golf Golf, depart choppers west, runway center clear for takeoff.
Depart choppers west, runway center clear for takeoff, Alpha Golf Golf.
Have a look out. Make sure we're not going to run into any traffic. Is 2,000. Have another look out.
Polo 21, Tal.
Polo 21.
Polo 21, looks like there's
Start taking November open.
expect heading southwest.
Roger.
Yeah, and they're at 2,000 unverified.
Looking for traffic, Polo 21. Start taking November understood and stand by. Stand by, Bravo.
So leveling off at 2,500 here. the power back to cruise at 65%. And keep a good lookout as we head to the training area.
Richmond, Camden, 7500, QNH 1008.
1008, this is Camden by Richmond, 2500.
We can do our top of climb checks here. So fuel pump can come off.
Red 6469, contact Melbourne Centre 118, 5.
185, Red 6469, good day.
Yep. Stations Richmond Tower and airspace will be active time 30. China 78092, contact Brisbane Centre 133.0.
Brisbane Centre 133.0, channel 8092, good day.
Good day.
Have a listen to the Camden haters.
10 knots, Cap OK. Temperature 18, QNH 1008.
Class 041 heavy departures, clear direct Cadam, further climb in 2 minutes.
Cadam, Class 041.
Just listening out to that radio call. You can also see on the map that we've got someone about 1,000 feet below us, coming from left to right. They'll be passing underneath us shortly. Keeping a lookout for them. Got Tadpole Lake off to our right. Fox Lake coming up on our left, which would allow us to keep climbing. I will stay at this 2,500 for now because I'll need to descend to 1,800 as I come in via Bringelly into Camden for some circuits. Looking out for this aircraft, it should be coming out to our right. Here's Western Sydney Airport. That's going to change this airspace very soon now. Just over a month to go until the new airspace changes are in force.
Class 041, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Class 041.
I'm now beyond the 2,500 class Charlie lower limit. We'll maintain this altitude as I mentioned. Coming off to the left here, I see that this aircraft who passed below me is now climbing, coming up to a similar altitude. Pretty much flying parallel along the Western Sydney Airport runway here. If Camden ate us another listen.
Camden, formation Delta, runway 24. Flight operations in progress. Wind 250 degrees 15 knots, cross the maximum 10 knots. Cap OK. Temperature 18, QH 1008. First contact with Camden ground contact. I'll notify resume. Delta.
I'm gonna descend a little bit because I see this aircraft is heading my way.
Wind 250 degrees 15 knots, cross the maximum 10 knots. Cap OK. Temperature 18, QH 1008. First contact with Camden ground contact. I'll notify resume. Delta.
Delta information for Camden.
Camden, formation Delta, runway 24. Flight operations in progress. Wind 250 degrees 15 knots, cross the maximum 10 knots. Cap OK. Temperature 18, QH 1008. First contact with Camden ground.
Q&H. Delta information, sounds like gliding operations. I'm along here at 1,800.
Camden, formation Delta, runway 24. Flight operations in progress. Wind 250 degrees 15 knots, cross the maximum 10 knots. Cap OK. Temperature 18, QH 1008. First contact with Camden ground contact. I'll notify resume. Delta. Camden, formation Delta, runway 24. Flight operations in progress. Wind 250.
Qantas 041, contact Melbourne Centre, 133.5. 1335, Qantas 041, thank you. Yeah. And I'm taking November, you are in control of the airspace, donated clearance to descent. Did you want to descend now?
There's a bit of clouds we're trying to avoid. We'd like to request to maintain 6,000.
I've taken November, descent to maintain 6,000.
So maintain 6,000 above 10.
C424, climb, flight level 280.
Level 280, flight 424.
I'm all listening to Camden.
Temperature 18, QH 1008. First contact with Camden ground contact. I'll notify resume. Delta.
Delta information.
Camden, formation Delta, runway 24. Flight operations in progress. Wind 250 degrees 15 knots, cross the maximum 10 knots.
Traffic, Cessna Union Foxtrot Bravo, joining the lane southbound at Brooklyn Bridge at 2000 feet.
Canada traffic, Cherokee Circle Whiskey, we're just 4 miles south of Brooklyn Bridge, down the lane, tracking southbound, 2,500.
Coming up to Bringelly here. Tune up, Camden. And the call's going to be Camden Tower, Lima Zulu, Quebec, Bringelly 1,800 inbound for circuits with Delta. Gonna say something like maintain 1,800, join base for runway 24.
Approach, receive Alpha. Aussie 590 approach, g'day, expect visual approach 28, leaving into control airspace under center 5000, I reported on country.
February, yes, under center 5000,
Camden Tower, Lima Zulu, Quebec Diamond, approaching Bridge Alley 1800, inbound for circuits with Delta.
Zulu, Quebec, second, the present position.
Lima Zulu, Quebec, Bridge Alley 1800.
Zulu, Quebec, join final runway 24, maintain 1800, reported Oran Park.
Join final runway 24, maintain 1800, report Oran Park, Lima Zulu, Quebec.
Coming down to Charlie Foxtrot India, on taxi Charlie with information Delta for departure requesting.
Charlie Foxtrot India, ground taxi to holding point Echo runway 24.
Echo runway 24, Charlie Foxtrot India.
Get do our early before landing checks. Brakes, the carriage, fuel, instruments, switches, hatches and harnesses secure. Maintaining this 1800 and heading to Oran Park where we'll report. To make sure that we start bringing our speed back as we approach Oran Park. Wind is going to be slightly to the left. Check the windsock as we get closer. Bringing the power back a bit, start to bring down the speed. Lima Zulu, Quebec, Oran Park.
Zulu, Quebec, clear visual approach 24, number 1.
Clear visual approach, runway 24, number 1, Lima Zulu, Quebec. Bring my speed down here. Turn towards 24. Just bring it to 0% power. Still above the circuit height of 1,300 and we're coming down to 230 feet. There's circuit height 1,300, so just reinstate a little bit of power here, especially now that we're into a headwind. Speed 100 knots, still pretty high. Bring the power back a little bit more. Knots and 1,000 feet. Bring it back a little bit of power.
Rider 0, expect Quebec, overhead sewage works, 2,000 feet entering your zone.
Extra Quebec.
Camden Tower, this is Charlie Foxtrot India, runway
A little
24,
bit
departure
fast,
for
but height is good, so I'm bringing back the power.
Charlie Foxtrot India, Camden Tower, hold position.
Hold position, Charlie Foxtrot India.
Lima Zulu Quebec, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Lima Zulu Quebec. Really cut the power here, going way too fast. 110 knots here on final. 500 feet. I'll consider going around if my speed doesn't come down. Okay. I didn't use flaps at all for that one, partially because of the wind, and that meant that I was a lot faster. A little bit different to what I'm used to. Just gonna pull up here and make sure I'm actually climbing at the right.
Charlie Foxtrot India, depart upwind, cleared for takeoff.
Depart upwind, clear for takeoff, Charlie Foxtrot India.
Could have taken out my first stage of flaps there for takeoff. There's 500 feet, so 92% clear left, center, right. So yeah, it seems like flapless is the way to go. I just need to watch that speed management on final. No more than 15 degrees angle of bank here. Keep this turn going. There's 1300 feet, so level off. Turn and downwind. And I'll make my downwind call shortly. Lima Zulu Quebec downwind touch and go.
Lima Zulu Quebec, number 1.
It looks like I'm the only one in a second at least for now. Maybe there's someone behind me, but I'm number 1. I'll bring in the power back here. Especially because we're flapless, so I'm bring it back to about 15%. Brakes, undercarriage, a mixture in this one. Instruments, switches, hatches and harnesses secured. So left.
Lima Zulu Quebec, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Lima Zulu Quebec. I'm cleared for the touch and go. Start this descent, just keeping in mind speed management a bit more this time. So on 85 knots here. Bit low this time, so just level up a bit. 700 feet HL for base, it's good. Not too much angle of bank here. 95 knots, a little fast. Bringing the power back here.
Glider Sierra X-ray Quebec downwind, glider 24.
Sierra X-ray Quebec.
The 95 knots on final. 90 knots, 300 feet AGL. pretty much down the runway.
Ground, Mike Whiskey Yankee. Curtis Hangar, request fire for taxi to circuits with information Delta.
Mike Whiskey Yankee, Camden ground start is proof, taxi to holding point, Echo runway 24.
Start approved, taxi holding point, Echo runway 24, Mike Whiskey Yankee.
Glider Tug Sierra Montera is with Glider Delta Golf India 7000 departing to the west. Ready for departure, Glider 24.
Sierra Mike, check, departure approved.
Glider 24, departure approved, Sierra Montera.
Much better landing. I've got my takeoff flaps, so it's a much better climb too. Holding this 72 knots, best rate of climb on the way out. A lot better speed on final there as well. Flaps up. Clear left, center, right. Do one more touch and go, followed by crosswind departure.
Camden Tower, Sirius November, Delta Whiskey, received Delta, approaching the Oaks at 2,500 inbound for a full stop.
November Delta Whiskey, Camden Tower, join downwind runway 24, maintain 1,800.
Join downwind runway 24, maintain 1,800, November Delta Whiskey.
There's 1,300, so I'll level up here. Bring the power back. Zulu, Quebec, downwind, touch and go, followed by crosswind departure.
Zulu, Quebec, number 1.
So doing final flapless, bring the power back here. Clear left, center, right, turn. Grab base leg.
Zulu, Quebec, depart crosswind 1,300. Runway 24, clear touch and go.
Runway 24, clear touch and go. Depart crosswind 1,300. Lima Zulu, Quebec.
Camden Tower, Hotel Charlie
Is
is at
1,000 feet,
holding
so
point, Echo runway
it's going to level up here a bit while I complete this.
Hotel Charlie, Charlie, Camden Tower, hold position.
Hold position, Hotel Charlie Charlie.
Bring the power right back because we're very fast. Turning final.
Camden Tower, good afternoon. Uniform November Lima, Brinjali 1,800 inbound information Delta.
Uniform November Lima, Camden Tower, join final runway 24, maintain 1,800, report at Oran Park.
Join final runway 24, maintain 1,800, Uniform November Lima.
95 knots, a little fast. Height is good. At 500 AGL. Okay, speeds dropped there, some wind shear, so giving a little bit more power. 90 knots is what we're looking for, 85. 300 AGL.
November Delta Whiskey at 3 mile, joining downwind, runway 24.
90 knots is good.
Delta Whiskey, clear visual approach and becoming number 1.
Clear visual approach number 1, November Delta Whiskey.
Bounce there. Do takeoff flaps. Full power, right rudder.
Hotel Charlie, Charlie 2, full line
Lining up Hotel Charlie Charlie.
Rudder. And keep in mind the 1,300 departure, a bit more back pressure to get that 72 knots.
Hotel Charlie, Charlie, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Hotel Charlie Charlie.
There's 300 feet, laps up. On 88 knots here now. Bring the power back to max continuous. Be your left, center, and right. And we'll set our bug for the crosswind departure altitude.
Delta Whiskey, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, November Delta Whiskey. Thanks.
Lima Zulu, Quebec, departing crosswind 1,300.